Send you back outside now. Well, let's just go right to Matt because all we have to talk about is the heat.
Just these numbers. A lot of triple-digit heat just across the south and the plains. So you're seeing at home, we're not the only ones dealing with it. This high-pressure ridge extends all the way north to the Dakotas. We even have, when you see this pink color, that means you're right at 100 or a little bit higher. And that pink color goes all the way to South Dakota. I mean, this is some big-time heat here as we're trying to wrap up the month of August. 102 at Oklahoma City, 104 right now in Dallas. What we may notice the next couple of days is this high pressure sinking a little bit farther to the south. And when that takes place, we may get the atmosphere to stir just a little bit more. So when we're going to look at our high temperature forecast throughout this week, there could be a few days where we maybe shave off a degree or two, but you're really not going to notice any difference. Guys, this week is just hot day after day. Even this weekend was hot. In fact, we set records in both Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley yesterday. It wasn't as quite as hot as it was yesterday, just by a degree or two. But boy, my goodness, we are in for it. So let's take a look at some of these weather maps. Here's the high pressure system now just from a satellite and radar perspective. Sunny skies, not even a cloud anywhere over Arkansas right now. You got a couple trying to come in from Memphis. We'll watch those, but they're not going to make it here at home. High pressure's in charge. We're going to see a couple wobbles with this high pressure, but until we can get it to push out, we're talking about heat for some time. You go away from the high pressure, we've got some showers just outside the ridge. You go in West Texas, we've got several plumes of moisture throughout the West Coast. This is some of the remnants, if you look way out here, of Hillary that's been moving across California and parts of Nevada. Some folks have gotten 2 to 3 times their yearly amount of rainfall out of that, but we can't get any of it because the high pressure is just blocking it. In fact, look, it hits the West Coast and has to go all the way around into North Dakota and really into Canada, and then finally starts to dip back to the southeast. Just nothing can break this high pressure. We also have a tropical system just to our south. This is Tropical Depression 9. It's actually being influenced by this high pressure. We've got some winds coming, so it's not going to be able to strengthen too much, but we're going to send some rain to Texas. This also can't come at us because the high pressure won't move until this weekend. See this cold front just now coming into Vancouver and Seattle? This is the one. This is the one that's finally going to drop temperatures by 15 to 20 degrees across 5 countries. Can't wait for it. Can't come soon enough. It comes in by this weekend. Until then, a lot of hot evenings in the forecast. Even this evening, we're well into the 90s now. We'll fall to the 80s by 9 o'clock in the River Valley, which is trying to get out of the hundreds. We may do that by about 8 o'clock. Tomorrow morning, we'll wake up with lots of mid and upper 70s. Some of us barely even getting out of the 80s. Another hot one by the afternoon. Hundreds on the map. Of course, when you factor in the heat index, it's going to feel a lot hotter than that. Going to feel like it's well over 100 degrees throughout the day. And no clouds to block anything either. So we're just talking about heat day after day. So here's the good news. You're looking at the 7-day. Yeah, it's hot all week, but look by early next week. We may drop temperatures by almost 20 degrees into Monday. Same story in the River Valley. We're going to finally get out of the hundreds and hit close to 90.
Wow. So a week
Lucky
from
us.
today, it ought to be nice.
We'll be happy. Happy campers.
You got to wait, though.
Thank you, Matt.
Still ahead, one of the world's rarest giraffes is born at a Tennessee zoo. We're going to tell you all about her coming up after the break.